Now, what does the crucible mean? Because in this play, they never actually have a crucible in it. Well, a crucible actually means a place that is heated and condensed until it's purified of something. And that's what happens in the crucible. And the court, they're bickering and they're arguing and it's heating up until it's finally purified of witchcraft. This happens in Salem, Massachusetts in 1692. Miller's interest from the Salem witch trials stemmed from reading the book The Devil in Massachusetts and Charles W. Upton's book Salem Witchcraft. That's where he got the main characters from, the main characters' personalities. He combined the interests of the main characters' personalities and the interest of the plot to make The Crucible. The film, The Crucible, has three famous actors: Winona Ryder, Joan Allen, and Daniel Day-Lewis. And The Crucible, probably one of the most famous political theater plays ever to be made. And that's because of the anti-communist hysteria in the Cold War that it features. It premiered on Broadway in 1953, and it had 197 performances. And I know, that sounds like a lot of performances, except it really wasn't over the broad scale where it's performed every day and it's read all the time. But after 197 performances, Arthur Miller was questioned by Senator Joseph McCarthy. Today, The Crucible is a well-written criticism of McCarthyism, but back then, Miller was isolated from his entire community. McCarthyism compared to a historical tragedy with fear in The Crucible, and one of the most influential U.S. senators hated Miller in the early Cold War era. Now, presenting The Crucible.
They'll be introducing themselves again. These is the other play. I do want to say that it's interesting that Arthur Miller was arrested because he was a liberal, and along with the other actors and directors and so forth at that time, who were liberals, so they were accused of being communist, and he actually was in prison for a couple of weeks. So that's why he's, one of the reasons he wrote this play.
Hi, my name's Maddie Smith. I'm a junior, and I play Susanna Wilmot. I also run cross country and play the cello.
Hello, my name is Rebecca Burns. I'm in 10th grade, and I play Betty. I'm in the ensemble and the musical, indoor percussion, and I play clarinet in the marching band and wind ensemble.
Hi, I'm Riley DeRacy. I am a 9th grader. I play Mercy Lewis. Along with play, I'm also in this year's musical, and I play the saxophone in symphonic band, jazz band, and marching band, and I'm in winter choir.
Hi, my name is Perry Moptolo. I'm a freshman. I play Mary Warren, and along with play, I also play the saxophone on the volleyball team, mock trial, ensemble for musical, and swimming.
Hello, I am Amelia Passoy Roberts. I'm in 11th grade, and I play Rebecca Nurse in the play. I play Mama Uroli in this year's musical. I'm in Winter Guard. I'm in Color Guard in the marching band, and I do select ensemble and ambulance after school.
Hello, I'm Alex McDaniel. I'm in 11th grade. I am Giles Corey in the play, and I also do East End Kids, and I am a featured dancer in this year's musical.
Hi, I'm Jillian Blackburn. I'm in 11th grade. I play Ann Putnam in the play. I am a storyteller in the musical. I am in the marching band, and I play mellophone, and in the high brass section leader, and I do select ensemble and amulets after school.
Hi, I'm Heath Chase. I play Thomas Putman. I'm in the select ensemble, East End Kids. I'm a featured dancer in the musical. I'm also in winter percussion and marching. What year? 9th grade.
Hey, I'm Scott Healy. I'm in 10th grade. I play Reverend Hale in the musical. I'm in the play. I'm on the robotics club. I do martial arts training, and I'm also in select ensemble after school.
Hello again. In case you forgot my name, I'm Sandra Palma, in 10th grade. I am playing John Proctor. I do swimming, and I can't think of anything right now. In this musical, I'm a storyteller and a featured dancer.
Good evening. My name is Livia Chase. I am in 12th grade, and I play Abigail Williams. I will be Andrea in this year's musical. I am in Amulets and Chorale at school. I am a highbrow section leader in the marching band, and I was accepted at the Conservatory of Performing Arts at Point Park.
Hi, my name is Matt Dudley. I'm in 11th grade. I'll be playing Reverend Hale. No, not Reverend Paris. I play clarinet in the marching band, wind ensemble, and then I play bari sax and jazz band. I also sing in the high school's chorale and select ensemble. And in musical, I'll be Armand.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. Betty. Betty, child, will you wake? Will you open your eyes? Betty, please.
Uncle, Susanna Walcott's here from Dr. Griggs.
Oh, let her come.
Come in, Susanna.
What does the doctor say, child?
He bid me come and tell you, Reverend Sir, that he can discover no medicine for it in his books.
Then he must search on.
Aye, sir, he have been searching on ever since he left you. But he bid me come and tell you that you might look towards unnatural things for the cause of it.
No. No, there be no unnatural causes here. Tell him I have sent for Reverend Hale of Beverly, and he will surely confirm that. He's to look for medicine and stop all thoughts of unnatural causes. Tell him that.
Aye, sir, he bid me tell you.
Speak nothing of it in the village, Susanna.
Go directly home and speak nothing of unnatural causes.
Aye, sir. I pray for her. Uncle, the rumor of witchcraft is all about. I think you'd best go down and deny it yourself. The parlor's packed with people. I'll sit with her.
And what shall I say to them? That I discovered my daughter and niece dancing like heathen in the forest?
Uncle, we did dance. And why don't you tell them that I confessed it? And I'll be whipped if I must be, but we're speaking of witchcraft. Betty's not witched.
Abigail, I cannot go before them when I know you have not opened with me. What did you do with her in the forest?
We did dance, Uncle. And when you leapt out of that bush so suddenly, Betty was frightened and she fainted. And there's the whole of it.
Child, sit you down.
It would never hurt Betty. I love her dearly.
Now look you, child, your punishment will come in its time. But if you traffic with spirits, you must tell me. For surely my enemies will know it, and they will ruin me with it.
But we never conjured spirits.
I saw it. Abigail, do you understand that I have many enemies?
I have heard it, Uncle.
And there is a faction that is sworn to drive me from my pulpit. Do you understand that?
I think so, sir.
Now then, in the midst of such disruption, my own household is discovered to be the very center of some obscene practice. Abominations are done in the forest.
It were sport, Uncle.
You call this sport? Abigail, if you know anything that may help the doctor, for God's sakes, tell it to me. When I came upon you last night, I saw Tituba waving her arms over the fire. Why was she doing that? I heard screeching and gibberish coming from her mouth. She was swaying over that fire like a dumb beast.
She always sings her Barbados songs, and we dance.
I cannot blink what I saw, Abigail, for my enemies will not blink it. I saw a dress lying in the grass.
A dress?
Aye, a dress, and I saw someone naked running through the
No one was
trees.
naked. You mistake yourself, Uncle.
I saw it! Abigail, if you know anything, please tell me, for I dare not go before them unaware.
There's nothing more. I swear it, Uncle.
Abigail, I have fought here for 3 long years to bend these stiff-necked people. And now, just when some good respect is rising for me in the parish, you go and compromise my very character. I have given you a home, child. I have put clothes upon your back. Now tell me true. Your name in the village is entirely white, is it not?
Why, I'm sure it is, sir. There be no blush about my name.
Is there any other reason for you being discharged from Goody Proctor's service? I've heard it said, and I tell you as I've heard it, that she come to church so rarely this year, for she will not sit so close to something soiled. What signified that remark?
She hates me. She must. For I would not be her slave. It's a cold woman. It's a bitter, lying, sniveling woman, and I will not work for such a woman.
She may be. Yet it troubles me that you've been out of her house for 7 months, and no other family has requested your service.
They want slaves, not such as I. Let them send to Barbados for that. I will not black my face for any of them. Do you begrudge my bed, Uncle?
No, no.
My name is Good in the village. And why have it said that my name is Soil? Goody Proctor is a gossiping liar.
It is a marvel. Surely it is a stroke of hell upon you.
No, no, Goody Putman.
How high did she fly? How high?
She never flew.
Why, it's sure she did. Mr. Collins saw her going over Ingersoll's barn, and I'm light as a bird, he said.
Now look, you Goody Putnam. She never... Oh, good morning, Mr. Putnam.
It is a providence thing is out now. It is a problem.
What's out?
Why look you, Anne? Her eyes is closed.
Why, that's strange. Ours is open.
Your Ruth is sick?
I'd not call it sick. The devil's touch is heavier than sick. It's death, you know. It's death driving into them, forked and hoofed.
Oh, pray not. How does your Ruth ail?
She ails as she must. She never waked this morning, but her eyes is open, and she walks. Hears not, sees not, cannot eat. Her soul is flown, surely.
They say you've sent for Reverend Hale of Beverly.
Only as a precaution. He has much experience in all demonic arts.
He has indeed, and he caught a witch in Beverly last year, and let you remember that.
Now, Goody Ann, they only thought that we're a witch. I'm sure there be no elements of witchcraft here.
No witchcraft. Now look you, Mr. Paris.
Thomas, I pray you not lead to witchcraft. For I know you least of all, Thomas, would ever wish such a disastrous charge laid upon me.
Mr. Paris, I've taken your part in all the contention here, and I would continue. But I cannot if you hold back in this. They're hurtful, vengeful spirits laying hands on these children.
But Thomas...
And tell Mr. Paris what you've done.
Reverend Paris, I have laid 7 babies, unbaptized, into the earth. Believe me, sir, you never saw such hardy babies born. And yet, each would wither in my arms the very night of their birth. I have spoke nothing of it, but my heart is clamored intimations. And now, this year, my Ruth, my only, I see her turning strange. A secret child she has become this year, and she shrivels like a mouth is sucking the life out of her. And so I thought to send her to your Tituba.
To Tituba? What made Tituba?
Tituba knows how to speak to the dead, Mr. Paris.
Goody Ann, it is a formidable sin to conjure up
I
the
take
dead.
it on my soul, but who else may surely tell us what person murdered my baby?
Woman!
They were murdered, Mr. Paris! And mark this as proof. Mark it. Last night, my Ruth were ever so close to their little spirits. I know it, sir. For how else is she now struck dumb, except the power of darkness stopped her mouth? It is a marvelous sign, Mr. Paris.
Don't you understand it, sir? There's a murdering witch bound to keep herself in the dark. Let your enemies make it of what they will. You cannot blink it more.
So you were conjuring spirits?
Not I, sir. Tituba and Ruth.
Oh, Abigail, what proper payment for my charity? I am undone.
You are not undone. Let you take hold here. Wait for no one to charge you. Declare yourself you have discovered witchcraft.
In my house. In my house, Thomas, they will howl me out of Salem for such charges laid upon me.
Your pardon. I looked up to see how Betty is.
Why are you home? Who's with Ruth?
Her grandma come. She's improved a little, I think. She gave a powerful sneeze before.
Ah, a sign of life.
I fear no more, Goody Putnam. It were a
cause is yet unknown. Could he,
Now look you, sir. Let you strike out against the devil, and the village will bless you for it. Come down, speak to them, pray with them. They're thirsty for your word, mister. Surely you'll pray.
I will lead them in a song, but let you speak not of witchcraft. The cause is yet unknown. I've had enough contention since I came, and I want no more.
Ruth. Mercy, you go home to Ruth. Do you hear?
Hi, Mom.
Abigail, if she starts for the window, call for me.
I will, Uncle. How is Ruth sick?
It's weirdish. I know not. She seems to walk like a dead one since last night.
Oh, Betty, stop this now. Betty, Betty.
Have you tried beating her? I gave Ruth a good one and I waked her for a minute. Here, let me have her.
No. They'll be coming up soon. Now, if anyone questions you, tell them we danced. I told them as much already.
And what more?
He knows Tituba conjured instead sisters.
And what more?
He saw you naked.
Oh, Jesus. What'll we do? The village is out. I've just come from the farm. The whole country's sunk in witchcraft. They'll be calling us witches, Abby.
She means to tell. I know it.
Abby, we've got to tell. Witchery's a hanging error. A hanging like they done in Boston 2 years ago. We must tell the truth, Abby. You'll only be whipped for dancing and the other things.
Oh, we'll be whipped?
I've never done none of it, Abby. I only look.
Oh, you're a great one for looking, aren't you, Mary Warren? What a grand peep and courage you have.
Betty? Betty? It's me, Abigail. I'll beat you, Betty. My, you seem improving. Now, I talked to your papa and I told him everything, so there's nothing to... I want my mama! Betty, what ails you? Your mama's dead and buried. I'll fly to mama. Let me fly. Betty, I told him everything. He knows now. You drank blood, Abby. You didn't tell him that. You will never say that again. You did. You drank a charm to kill John Proctor's wife. You drank a charm to kill Goody Proctor. Shut it! Now look you, all of you. We danced, and Tituba conjured Ruth Putnam's dead sisters. And that is all. And mark this, if either of you breathe a word, or the edge of a word, I will come to you in the black of some terrible night, and I will bring to you a pointy reckoning that will shudder you. And you know I can do it. For I saw Indians smash my dear parents' heads on the pillow next to mine, and I have seen some reddish work done at night, and I can make you wish you had never seen the sun go down. Now, Betty, get up and stop this.
One's daughter, Abby, she's going to die.
I say shut it, Mary Warren!
Oh, I'm just going home, Miss Proctor.
Be you foolish, Mary Warren? Be you deaf? I forbid you leave the house, did I not? Why shall I pay you? I'm looking for you more than my cows.
I only come to see the great doings in the world.
Oh, I'll show you great doing on yours one of these days. Now get home, my wife's waiting when you work.
I'd best be off. I have my roof to watch. Good morning, Mr. Proctor.
Yeah, I almost forgot how strong you are, John Proctor.
What's this mischief here?
Oh, she's only gone silly somehow.
The road past my house is a pilgrimage to Salem all morning. Town's mumbling witchcraft.
Oh, posh. We were dancing in the woods last night, and my uncle left in on us. She took pride is all.
Ah, you're wicked, aren't you? You'll be clapping the stocks before you're 20.
Give me a word, John. A soft word.
No, Abby, that's done with.
You come 5 miles to see a silly girl fly? I know you better, John.
I come to see what mischief your uncle's brewing now. Put it out of mind, Abby.
John, I'm waiting for you every night.
I never give you hope to wait for me.
I have something better than hope, I think.
You'll put it out of mind, Abby. I not be cumbered for you more.
Oh, you're surely sporting with me.
You know me better.
I know how you clutched my back behind your barn, and how you sweated like a stallion whenever I come near. Or did I dream that? It's she who put me out. You cannot pretend it were you. I saw your face when she put me out, and you loved me then, and you do now.
That's a wild thing to say.
A wild thing may say wild things. But not so wild, I think. I have seen you since she put me out. I have seen you nights.
Hardly stepped off my farm the 7th month.
I have a sense for heat, John, and yours has called me to my window, and I see you looking up, burning in your loneliness. Do you tell me you've never looked up at my window?
I may have looked up.
And you must, John. You're no wintry man. I know you, John. I know you. I cannot sleep for dreaming. I cannot dream, but I wake and I walk about the house as though
Child.
How do you call me child?
Abby, I may think of you softly from time to time, but I'll cut off my hand before I ever reach for you again. Wipe it out of mind, Abby. We never touch.
Aye, but we did.
Aye, but we did not.
Oh, how I marvel how such a strong man would let such a sickly wife.
You'll speak nothing of Elizabeth.
She is blackening my name in the village. She is telling lies about me. She's a cold, sniveling woman, and you bend to her. Let her turn you like
Do you look for a whipping?
I look for John Proctor, who took me from my sleep and put knowledge in my heart. I never knew what pretense Salem was. I never knew the lying lessons I was taught by those Christian women and their covenanted men. And now you bid me tear the light from my eyes? I will not. I cannot. You love me, John Proctor. And whatever sin it is, you love me yet. Oh, pity me, John. Pity me. John. Betty?
What's she doing?
Betty?
Girl, what ails you? Stop that wailing.
What did you do to her, Betty? Betty!
The soul! She cannot bear to hear the Lord's name!
God forbid, mercy, run to the doctor and tell him what has happened.
Mark it, girl, sign, mark it!
That is a notorious sign of witchcraft and foot nurse, a prodigious
My
sign.
mother told me that when they cannot bear to hear the
Nurse,
name.
go to her. We're lost. She cannot bear to hear the Lord's name.
There is hard sickness here, Giles Corey. So please, keep the quiet.
I have not said a word. No one here can testify I've said a word. She's going to fly. I hear she flies.
Man, be quiet now.
What have you done?
What do you make of it, Rebecca?
Goody nurse, will you go to my room and see if you can wake her?
I think she'll wait in time. Pray, calm yourself. I have 11 children, and I am 26 times a grandma, and I have seen them all through their silly seasons. And they will run the double bow-legged keeping up with their mission. I think she'll wait when she tires of it. A child's spirit is like a child. You can never catch up our running after it. You must stand still, and for love, we will soon itself come back.
Aye, that's the truth of it, Rebecca.
This is no silly season, Rebecca. My Ruth is bewildered, Rebecca. She cannot eat.
Perhaps she is not hungry yet. I hope you're not decided to go in search of blue spirits, Mr. Paris. I've heard promise of that outside.
Rebecca, there is a wide opinion running in the parish that the devil may be among us. And I would like to satisfy them that they are wrong.
Then let you come out and call them wrong. Did you consult the Warrens before you called upon this minister to look for devils?
He's not coming to look for devils.
Then what's he coming for?
There be children dying in the village, mister.
I see none dying. This society will not be a bag to swing around your head. Did you call a meeting before you?
I'm sick of meetings. Cannot the man turn his head without he have a meeting?
He may turn his head, but not the hell.
Pray, John, be calm. Mr. Paris, I think you'd best send Reverend Hill back as soon as he comes. This will set us all to arguing again in this society, and we thought to have peace this year. I think we ought to rely on the doctor now and good prayer.
Rebecca, the doctor's baffled.
If so he is, then let us go to God for the cause of it. There is prodigious danger in the seeking of blue spirits. I fear it. I fear it. Let us rather blame ourselves.
How may we blame ourselves? I'm one of 9 sons. The Putnam seat have peopled this province. And yet, I have 1 child left of 8. And now, she shrivels.
I cannot fathom that.
But I must. You think it is God's work that you should never lose a child, nor a grandchild, and I bury all the what? There are wheels within wheels in this village! Fires within...
When Reverend Hale arrives, you will proceed to look for signs of witchcraft.
You cannot command Mr. Paris. We vote by name in society, not by acreage.
I never heard you so word of the society, Mr. Proctor. I do not think I saw you at Sabbath meetings since snow flew.
I trouble enough. I come 5 miles to hear him preach hellfire and bloody damnation. Take it to heart, Mr. Paris. Many others do not come to church these days because you hardly mention God anymore.
Why, that's a drastic charge.
It's somewhat true. There are many that quail to bring their children.
I do not preach for children, Rebecca. It is not the children who are unmindful of their obligations towards this ministry.
Are there really those unmindful?
I'd say the better half of Salem Village.
And more than that.
Where is my wood? My contracts say I be supplied with all my firewood. And even in November, I'm showing my frostbitten hands like some London beggar.
You're allowed £6 a year to buy your firewood, Mr. Paris.
I regard that £6 as part of my salary. I'm already paid little enough.
60 plus 6 for firewood.
The salary is £66, Mr. Proctor. I'm not some preaching farmer with a book under my arm. I'm a graduate of Harvard College.
I am well instructed in arithmetic.
Mr. Corey, you look far from a man of my kind at 60 pounds a year. I'm not used to this poverty. I left a thrifty business in the Barbados to serve the Lord. Why am I persecuted here? I cannot fathom it. I often wonder if the devil be in it somewhere. I cannot understand you people otherwise.
Mr. Parrish, you're the first minister to ever demand a deed of this house.
Man, don't a minister deserve a house to live in?
To live in, yes, but to ask for ownership is like you shall own the meeting house itself. The last meeting I were at, you spoke so long of deeds and mortgages, I thought it were an auction.
I want a mark of confidence is all. I am your third preacher in 7 years. I do not wish to put on like the cat when some majority feels the whim. You people seem not to understand that the minister is the Lord's man in the parish. The minister is not to be so lightly crossed and contradicted.
Aye.
There will be obedience, or the church will burn like hell is burning!
Can you speak 1 minute without we land in hell? I'm sick of hell.
It is not for you to say what is good for you to hear.
I may speak my heart, I think.
What are we here, Quakers? We are not Quakers here yet, Mr. Proctor, and you can tell that to your followers.
My followers?
I am not blind. There is a party in this church. There is a faction and a party.
Against you?
Against him and all authority.
Why? I must find it and join it.
He is not doing that.
He confessed it now.
I mean it solemnly, Rebecca, but I do not like the smell of this authority.
No, you cannot break charity with your minister. You are another kind, John. Clasp his hand. Make your peace.
No, I've cropped to sow and lumber to drag home. Say you, Giles. He says there's a party. Let's go find that party.
No, I've changed my opinion on this man, John. Mr. Parrish, I beg your pardon. I never knew you had so much irony in you.
Why, thank you, Giles.
See, just the mind what sort of trouble be among us all these years. Think on it now. Wherefore is everybody suing everybody else? Think on it now. It's a deep thing, dark as a pit. I've been 6 times in court this year.
Is it the devil's fault that you cannot say good morning without you get clapped for defamation? You're old, Giles. You're not hearing so well as you did.
I've only last month collected £4 damages for you publicly saying I burned the roof off your house.
I never said no such thing, but I paid you for it. At least I can call you deaf without charge. Now come along. Help me drag my lumber home.
A moment, Mr. Proctor. What lumber is you dragging, I ask?
My lumber in the forest by the riverside.
Why, we surely gone wild this year. What anarchy is this? That track is in my bounds. My bounds, Mr. Proctor.
In your bounds? I bought that land from Miss Goody Nurse's husband 5 months ago.
He had no right to sell it. It states clear in my grandfather's will that all the land between the river...
Your grandfather had a willing land that never belonged to him, if I may say so plain.
That's God's truth. He knew the willed away mine was pasture, but he knew I'd break his fingers before he put his name to it. Let's get your lumber home, John. I feel some will to work coming on.
You load one over mine, and you'll fight to drag it home.
I will win to Putnam. This fool and I, come on.
I have my men on you, Corey. I'll clap the writ on you.
Pray you, someone take these.
Oh, Mr. Hale, it's so good to see you. My, they're heavy.
It must be. They are weighted with authority.
You come well prepared.
We shall need hard study when it comes to tracking down the old boy. You cannot be Rebecca Nurse?
I am, sir. Do you know me?
It's strange how I knew you. I suppose you look as such a good soul should. We have all heard of your great charities in Beverly.
Mr. Hale, do you know this man? Thomas Putnam and his good wife, Anne.
Putnam! I had not expected such distinguished company.
It does not seem to help us today, Mr. Hale. We come to you to save our daughter.
Your child does too.
Her soul seems flown. She sleeps and yet she walks.
She cannot eat.
Cannot eat! Do you men have afflicted children?
No, even farmers. John Proctor.
He don't believe in witches.
Never spoke of witches one way or another. Will you come, Giles?
No, I think not. I have some few quick questions of my own to ask this fellow.
Well, I hear you to be a sensible man, Mr. Hale. I hope you leave some of it in Salem.
Mr. Hale, will you look at my daughter? This morning she tried to jump out the window. We found her on the high road, flapping her arms as though she'd fly.
She tries to fly.
She cannot bear to hear the Lord's name, Mr. Hale. That's a sure sign of witchcraft afoot.
No. Now let me instruct you. We cannot look to superstition in this. The devil is precise. The marks of his presence are definite as stone. And I must tell you that I shall not proceed unless you are prepared to believe me should I find no bruise of hell upon her.
It is agreed, sir. We will abide by your judgment.
Good then. Now, sir, what were your first warning of the strangeness?
Well, I discovered her and my niece and 10 or 12 other girls dancing in the forest last night.
You forbid dancing?
No, it was secret.
Mr. Paris is slave his knowledge of conjuring, sir.
Now, we don't know that.
I know it, sir. I sent my birth to her. She should learn to teach about who murdered her sisters. Goody Ann, you sent a child to conjure the dead? Let God blame me. Not you. Not you, Rebecca. I'm not how you judging me any longer. Is it natural work to lose 7 children before they live a day?
7 dead in childbirth.
Aye.
What book is that?
What's there, sir?
Here is all the invisible world, caught, defined, and calculated. In these books, the devil stands stripped of all his brute disguises. Here are all your familiar spirits, your incubi and succubi, your wizards of the night and of the day, and your witches that travel by land, by air, and by sea. Have no fear now. If the devil has come among us, we shall snuff him out. I mean to crush him utterly if he has shown his face.
Will it hurt the child, sir?
I cannot tell. If she is truly in the devil's grip, we may need to rip and tear to get her free.
I think I'll go then. I'm too old for this.
But, Rebecca, we may open up all the boil of our troubles today.
Let us hope for that. I go to God for you, sir.
I hope you mean we not go to Satan here.
I wish I knew.
Come, Mr. Hell, let's get started. Sit you here.
Mr. Hare, I've always wanted to ask a learned man. What signifies the reading of strange books?
What books?
I cannot tell. She hides them.
Who does this?
Martha, my wife. I have waked at night many times, found her in a corner reading of a book. Now, what do you make of that?
Why, that's not necessarily.
It discomforts me. Last night, mark this. I tried and I could not say my prayer. And suddenly, she closed her book and walked out of the house. And suddenly, mark this. I could pray again.
The stoppage of prayer. That is strange. I'll speak further on that.
I'm not saying she's touched by the devil now, but I'd admire to know what book she's reading and why she hides them. She'll not answer me, you see?
I will discuss it. Now mark me. If the devil is truly in her, you will witness some frightful wonders in this ring. So please, keep your wits about you. Putnam, stand close in case she flies. Now, Betty dear, won't you sit up? Can you hear me? I am John Hale, minister of Beverly. I have come to help you, dear. Do you remember my 2 little girls in Beverly?
How could it be the devil? Why would he choose my house to strike? We have all the manner of licentious people in the village.
What victory would the devil win with the soul already bad? It is the best the devil wants, and who's better than the minister?
That's deep, Mr. Paris. Deep, deep.
Betty, answer us.
Does someone afflict you, child? It need not be a woman, mind you, or a man. Is there some bird invisible to others who comes to you? Is there a mouse or a pig or some beast? Some figure bids you fly? In nomine Domini Sabaoth, sui ferique ite ad infernos. What sort of dancing were you doing last night, Abigail?
Oh, why, common dancing is all.
I believe I should say I saw a kettle in the grass where they were dancing.
It was never only soup.
What sort of soup were in this kettle, Abigail?
Why, it were beans and lentils, I think, and...
Mr. Paris, you did not notice, did you, any living thing in the kettle? A spider, a mouse, a frog?
I believe I saw some movement in the soup.
Well, that jumped in. We never put it in.
What jumped in?
Why, a very little frog?
A frog, Abby!
Abigail, it may be that your cousin is dying. Did you call the devil last night?
Not I, sir. Tituba.
Tituba called the devil?
I should like to speak with Tituba.
Goody Ann, will you go find Tituba?
You did not notice, did you, any strangeness when she called? A cold gust of wind, the trembling below the ground.
I didn't see no devil. Betty, wake up now. Betty.
You cannot evade me, Abigail. Did your cousin drink any of the brew in that kettle?
No, she didn't.
Did you No, sir. Did Tituba ask you to drink it? She tried, but I refused. What are you hiding? Have you sold yourself to Lucifer?
I never sold myself. I'm a good girl. I'm a proper girl. Tituba made me do it. She made Betty do it. She makes me drink blood.
Blood!
My baby's blood? She sends her spirit out of me in church and makes me laugh at prayer.
She have often laughed in prayer.
She comes to me every night to go and drink blood. She comes to me when I sleep and makes me dream corruptions. Sometimes I wake and I find myself standing in an open doorway with not a stitch on my body. She's always laughing in my sleep. She's always singing her Barbados songs and tempting me with... I want to open myself! I want the light of God. I want the sweet love of Jesus. I danced with the devil. I saw him. I wrote in his book. But I go back to Jesus. I kiss his hand. I saw Sarah Good with the devil. I saw Goody Osborne with the devil. I saw Bridget Bishop with the devil. I saw George Jacobs with the devil. I saw Goody Howe with the devil. I saw Goody Hawkins with the devil. I saw Martha Green. I saw Goody Simmer with the devil. I saw Goody Brooks with the devil. Goody Dimmer with the devil.
Oh, thank you, Lord!
Poetry, if you may,